Welcome to episode 1 of my Beginner Filmmaker series. Today we're looking at 5 things I'd do differently after creating my first short film. My name is Meg Richards, I'm a student filmmaker, and my first ever short film has just been shortlisted in the RTS Student Awards in the Saving the Planet category, which I'm really excited about. And I thought this was a great opportunity to start this Beginner Filmmaker series to take a look, first of all, look back at my first film and the things that I've learnt. And then we're going to continue on the series, creating a film from start to finish. So it'll be a step-by-step, taking you through what I'm doing from the beginning planning stages to editing and exporting. Number 1 is storyboard before the shoot. Before I went to make this film, I had a pretty good idea of what I wanted, how I wanted it to look, and what I wanted to essentially create. But my main focus points were the interviews and also getting that really important wildlife footage. I didn't really think too much about the bits in between or how everything would link together. And I feel like if I took the time to storyboard before I went out there, I'd have had a much clearer idea of what I wanted to film, and I'd have had a bit more confidence, and when I was there on location, I feel like I would have been able to get more content, essentially more film that I could have used in the edit. Storyboarding or creating a short list would have been really helpful, and I think it's a great way of visualizing your idea and having a really much clearer idea of what you need to actually film to create that final product that you're hoping to create. So I think I would have got a bit more variation if I storyboarded before I left, and it's something I'm definitely going to do on my next film. So that's number 1, storyboard before the shoot. Number 2 is filming my contributors doing things related to their work. So there's kind of like 2 aspects to this. The first being getting those setup shots of the contributor, which can be as simple as having them walk from A to B and just showing them in the location. For my film, I only had them sitting down ready for the interview. I didn't have any other footage of them like walking around or doing anything related to their work. And I feel like just having those little extra pieces of footage helps to connect the contributor to the whole location and the film and the story. That's one thing. And then another thing, maybe I wouldn't have done it necessarily in this film, but it's definitely something I'm going to consider going forward, is getting actuality. So recording that person while they're busy doing something, like doing some conservation work, as they're talking about it and telling the viewers about it. So one example could be that they are talking about how their organization plants trees, and rather than sitting down and just telling you, oh, we plant trees, to have them out there either planting trees or in an area where you can see new trees are growing, or just kind of taking you into that area with the person, with the expert, and seeing it firsthand. You know, it's not just talk, you can see it's actually happening, and I think it just brings you more into the moment, and you can really get a much better idea of what it is they're talking about. So that is number 2, which is filming my contributors doing something related to their work. Number 3 is sequencing. Sequencing is something I'm really not good at the moment. It's something I really need to learn and get better at. It's basically putting together a selection of shots to create a sequence. So rather than just having one wide shot, just one static wide shot showing something, have a sequence of shots. So you've got that wide shot, and then you've got a medium shot of something within the scene, and then a close-up and another close-up or extreme close-up of something in that scene. So it's all still within that one frame, that one scene that you're looking at, but it's different angles, it's different shot sizes, it's different views. So really you're taking the audience more into that. It's more interesting, it's got a bit more of a story to it rather than just being one wide that hopes you pick up on all the detail. You just show those details, show the things that you feel are important or that help move the story to the next part, the next stage. Number 4 is getting a wider variety of general views. This kind of links into the last one, but it is different in that when I look at my film, there are general views. You do get a kind of feel for the environment and the location, but I just wish there was a little bit more variation. And yeah, maybe it links in a bit with sequencing, but I think if I'd just moved around a little bit more, once I'd kind of got to a location I was filming it, I was filming different things from more or less that one spot. Whereas I wish I sort of picked up the tripod, moved around, got more views, got low, got high angles, just got everything all in. And maybe one way of really adding to this would have been to use a drone, especially if it's to show the much wider view of the location and also the changing of locations, because On the Edge was filmed in 2 different locations in Spain, and if I had a drone and was able to fly a drone there, then that could have been a really great way to show moving from one location to another and the difference in the environment of these 2 places. So yeah, a wider variety of general views, and also considering maybe using drone shots or much wider shots to give really more of a feel for the locations. And lastly, number 5 is to pace the edit. So this basically, once I kind of finished and I was watching the film over again, I feel like I should have given some shots a bit more time to breathe, and also more pauses, like more natural pauses where the audience could kind of digest the information that they've already been given, but also just enjoy some of the beautiful visuals in the film. I feel like I didn't have the confidence to have those like moments of just pausing. A lot of the film is covered by the interview taking you through the story, and I think the story is really strong and I'm really happy with it. But I think every now and then just having it slow down a little bit and having that little bit of a moment to breathe and to enjoy maybe a really great shot of the Iberian lynx or to enjoy the environment could have really just elevated the film. I don't think it's a massive problem. I don't think any of these are problems really. They're just ways that in my next film I'll be a bit more mindful and hope that with these small changes I'll be able to just create an even better film. That is my 5 things I do differently moving forward. So the next video is going to be about the planning stage of creating a short film. So I hope you can join me for that. I'm really excited for this beginner filmmaker series, and I hope you have learnt something from this video. I look forward to seeing you again soon.